Duck, duck, goose found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your galana bin. Can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue again. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go, but I can't medication. Late at night, I can deal with everything. But every night, I can make it illegal. And that's a good, that's a good. Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me? Call me the king, ruler of things. Give me that diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me? I can go, but I can't medication. Late at night, I can deal with everything. Every night, I can make it illegal. And that's a good, that's a good.
They haven't set up their positions well, allowing cats. Oh my god! Good evening, everyone. We are back with the World Tank Split Professionals Tournament. Tonight, we are following Serenity versus BPS and the loser of that match against the loser of Loka versus APA. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, this is the Professionals tournament format for you guys. Just have a look, read through. We are currently in the final stage. The games you see will be in the best of 5, not best of 7. Best of 7 series will be played out tomorrow instead during the bracket finals. Tonight's just going to be the first round. Best of 5 series. Then other than that, just wait for me for a moment to start the stream on the YouTube channel, and I will be back very soon. Spend some time watching, reading the stuff there. There is also a giveaway tonight. So you will be guessing the damage done by a clan in the second game, and I will stop the guessing before yesterday. Before the first game. Right. So when I say start, then you can start guessing, and I think it has already started. I will be typing in the chat to signal you guys to start guessing. This is the monetary prices for the top 4. All 4 teams have already earned at least $400. Tonight we will find out which team will gain $400 and which 3 teams will be there, and if they win the upper bracket first round, they will get at least $700. And as you go higher, the first place will get $3,500. Here are the maps tonight. We start off with Normandy, Middleburg and Blackgoville. for the upper bracket first round and the lower bracket first round. We start off with Yukon, Winter by Northgard, and Canal. Hello to Fleur and Knob. Yes, yes, you guessed. So let's continue. We are currently in halfway through the second stage of the spring season, and this is going to be the first round of the final stage. And the games will be held in around 12 minutes. And there is a 5-minute delay on the stream. This is to prevent teams from stream sniping. That means they cannot, they are not allowed to know what the other team has taken in terms of the tanks and also the positions. This is the Locust team, and you might be seeing them to lose to APA. But let's head over to the BPS Gravitas team with Evil Fantasy as the captain of the team. We also have Gaseo Jones, Playmaker Ghosty, Kuba from North, KB, Vanusaur, F, Dioga, Tommy, and Naka GQ. And this is our team. If I will load. What to expect from this team. Just have to find Zerd. Most of the people are from Sweden, Spain, Ukraine, Italy, Germany, the US, and Czech Republic, and Finland. And BPS is a new branch of the BPS family, without the dash at the start. They are looking to branch out in the competitive play. And this is the newest addition to the competitive scene. The average age is around 21 years old, and most of the people here are students. And they are thinking that they think that the top 2 is pretty much realistic, and they put little to no effort to strats. So they play mostly by reading what the enemies are doing and their positions, and work from that. And it's more about adapting according to them. And this is BPS. Serenity, they're going with People Devil as the captain of the team. We also have Alpha, People Gel, Spitfires, Brokey, Flytix, Platinum, Kimmich, Daze, and Trituni Nooney. Sorry, Serenity. Sorry if I butcher names. This is a French clan. With many people living in France, and some of them have origins in Portugal, Morocco, and Algeria, and the United Kingdom. So this clan is new, so not a lot of history to be said about this clan, but last time in the winter season they finished 4th, and during the Blitz Premier Cup they finished 1st. So this season is the season for them after the favorites Endgame were knocked out in the first round of the final stages of the spring season. And they are unlike other clans that they stay in the voice for a while, and this is probably why you will see People Devil and also Lego staying in the voice chats. And they are they have people from Elements, Kraken Esports, and Legion, and also FBI. And the age of this team is between 12 to 22 years old. And when they lose their games, they blame Split because he deserves to be blamed. And it's funny when he's angry, according to them. So the plush you're seeing as the mascot of Serenity, this is the plush from People Devil, and when they are talking about the clan logo, some people want that plush to be the mascot for that clan, and they aim top 4 at the moment. That was the winter season. I'm sure this season they're aiming for higher than that. At least they are now in the top 4. And they fight all teams with the same determination, and they know they can win any team. And this is Serenity for you. But we also have you know, Spitfire is one of the most influential player in the team, and there is a passage written for him, and I think someone is making a movie about him as well. So if Serenity has become one of the best teams in Europe, it is largely thanks to its French genius, and Spitfires has imposed himself as the technical and mental leader of this team. So so this is an Spitfires is an outstanding competitor who never lets himself down, and in his words, "I play every match to win it. Europe is warned." And in less than a month during the top 4, Spitfire will have to be at its best when Serenity will need him the most to lift his first European title. Either way, Serenity will win or lose through Spitfires, and that is a passage partly taken from Nicolade, which I think is a well-written piece. So all eyes will be on Spitfires tonight, and he will be feeling the pressure, but we will all be supporting Spitfires on the stream. So Spitfires, go and prove us your worth. You are one of the best players in Europe, obviously. And this is APA's team. We might see them in the lower bracket first round. Great. It's Serenity. Guess Serenity's second. You're guessing Serenity. This is Thomas Peterson with its cursed predictions. I think the room should be up at any moment. There we go. Room is up. Thomas Peterson has made the following predictions. It's predicting Serenity to lose BPS Gravitas Team 2-3 and APA to barely lose against Locust 2-3. So it's 50-50 for both of these teams. And for Challengers Tournament, Vale is predicted to win IW 3-2 and Raised to barely win Quick 3-2. This is an interesting call, and Thomas Peterson is saying that all of these games will be very closely matched, and you will get all games covered on both Aries channel and my channel. And on Challengers Tournament, I think Mnet and also Fujit is now streaming. If I can find it for you. Just wait for a moment. We will hand out 5 battle passes, and you have only 4 minutes left to go for the guessing. So Fujit and Mnet will be following Raid versus Quick. So go and watch their stream if you want to support Raid. But we are here to support both Serenity and BPS. And here we go, Spitfires, the most important person on this in this server. He's now going to be driving in the Kramwagen. Gravitas team, they are looking to have Evil Fantasy or Zert in the Kramwagen alongside Playmaker, triple T125s with Gaseo Jones, Kami and Neka GQ, After Yogurt and the Leopard 1 and Cupid from North in the T22. Serenity is going with People Devil in the Eyes 4, and we also have Vickers Light by People Gel, People Platinum, People Plat T125 in T125 obviously, and Triple Kramwagens by Spitfires, Days and Alpha. We also have Brokey in the T125. I think Brokey was not named Brokey. I think he has a different IGN before. And Flytix is on the subs bench. If we go back, Brokey, it's probably Brokey. Sorry, that is complete nonsense, but I just cannot remember. I just cannot remember his old IGN. Just if anyone can remind me about that, that would be brilliant indeed. And Normandy is a map that is quite open and a lot of terrain to work with. So that means Haoyao tanks are pretty much preferred, and some mediums or lights can be very good as well. The mediums and lights can spot different areas. They can roam around the map and fetch information for the team. However, you don't see a lot of IS-4s and especially the mouses, because the terrain is going to be a pain for these tanks, where the terrain resistance is very poor for them. And as I said, it's a relatively open map, so you can't really hide with your mouse, and you can get shot by from a lot of different angles, and IS-4 as well. And you know, when there is a gradient on the ground, you might de-angle your armor, especially you will show your lower plate more to the other team. So this is why the T125s and Crown Bargains are the more preferred heavy tank choice for both of these teams. And Leopard 1 is an interesting choice for Gravitas Team BPS. The main reason is that Leopard 1, the tank is a little bit big, has good mobility, great gun and DPM, but the armor is kind of HEable. The turret armor is not really that good, so you can put some great shots into the turret, and FD Yogurt has to be really careful with that tank, because it can be pretty fragile, but when it is under the right hands, you can unleash a lot of damage. So Daze is playing around. I hope that is not going to backfire. And only 10 seconds left to go. Quickly get your guesses in, and I will say stop guessing in around 5 minutes. Sorry, seconds. Stop guessing now! Stop typing! Don't ask me for keys. And we are on Normandy. Serenity versus BPS. Serenity is on the south side, I believe. It's going to be the red team here. Okay, Serenity on the red team, BPS on the blue team. And let's head up high, shall we? Serenity, red team going mostly to C and a little bit on B as well, but Gravitas team are going mostly to D from the north side. Blue team, People Gel is going to get a lot of spots potentially, so we will follow his perspective for a brief moment. He spotted up Playmaker, the Crown Vargas, they're all going into D. That will give BPS the cap lead because they have 3 tanks in the cap, but Alpha is the only tank in the cap. But will it matter a lot? It could, but all eyes will be on A right now with Kuma from North. It's in a really good position here. He's trying his best to get into a very tight area here. I remember seeing that on Demo team a few months ago, and this is a really good spot to get some reset shots onto A. And you can see Kuma has spotted up People Devil, so Serenity cannot go into A. And Kuma absolutely can exit from this area if he is having some issues with that side. He can dive down to his right hand side, but I'm not sure what the Evil Fantasy has in mind here. He's just very close with Kuma from North. It is going to be Serenity that needs to make a move here. They have more than 1,000 hit point pool of advantage, but they do not have the caps. And they do not want to lose some hit points either, though, because Platinum has taken a hit. And BPS just needs to defend. The Gravitas team just needs to defend here. Hello everyone. Hi Kasu. Hi Mutsu. Sorry, it's hello Mutsu. So, do not guess more than once, otherwise only one of the guesses will be counted. I believe is the first guess in this situation. A is now getting captured by People Devil here. Oh, but BPS, look at Kuma from North. He's in a really good position to shut down People Devil. Tracked People Devil, but he fixed his tracks just soon in the he fixed his tracks quite what's the word? Early enough. He's fixed his tracks early enough, sorry. I'm still not over from my mouse being unable to function properly, probably, and my brain is not functioning properly as well, so I'm stuttering a lot. You can hear my stutterings through my EU stream as well, so that's not really good. BPS Cuba from North has exited from the bunker, and now he's in a different position, and BPS is now leading by more than 1,000 hit points, and Serenity is in deep trouble here. And it depends on Spitfires what his call is. He's now spotted, and Evil Fantasy is the target that Serenity wants to go for. It is going to be really hard to break through here, because BPS, they have tanks for every spot, but that could also mean they are branching out a little bit too much, though. A bit worried for either side though, more worried particularly to Kuma and Evil Fantasy, because the T125 would need to go for quite a distance in order to rotate and support Kuma from North and Evil Fantasy. So if I was Serenity, I would probably rush both Evil Fantasy and Kuma from North here. So it's still going on, and some shots been done from the BPS side, but couldn't hit quite something here. So 3 minutes left to go. It's now 600 cap points for both teams. One kill will swing it back to their favor, and Serenity is still holding their ground, but they are unable to chip away the hit points of BPS just yet. It's I would say really Evil Fantasy and Cuban from North will be the tanks Serenity wants to go for, but Serenity, I believe they do not have enough information at their disposal, so they are still deciding where to go, and they could also wait until 700 or 800 cap points. You would never know, but if you push onto Edgar GQ and co, it's going to backfire tremendously. Great shot into Playmaker here. Serenity is reducing the hit point pool deficit they have. Now it's just only 2 shots away from leading once again in hit points. And it's still really tense, really tight, to really hard to call which way how the battle is going to propagate now. Some HE splash onto Spitfires, and still time is running out for both teams. Both teams are looking to seal the win with a kill. And Kuma is now going back to support Evil Fantasy, and BPS just need to defend. They have the cap. Serenity is the one that needs to make a move here, and BPS knows very well they just need to survive and they will win. And Serenity, they have to make a decision sooner or later. The caps will take into the 800 point territory, and they are still not making a move here, but they cannot wait any longer. There is really very little time. Now great HE splash onto Vanosaur, but that is negligible here. The hit points are still in favor of Gravitas team. And we are going to approach into the 800 point territory, and we'll be seeing a push from Serenity very soon. Brokey is now advancing a little bit, but Serenity is still waiting. Spitfires is now advancing, but he received a shot from Gaseo Jones. But People Devil and Alpha is still hurting. I think Spitfires trying to bait BPS into rushing them. While on the other hand, will we see Daze and also Platinum trying to make a move here? And Serenity still not making a move. They are still waiting. Brokey has taken a hit. Now Gravitas seems going to lead by almost 1,000 hit points. And now Serenity is now making a move onto Vanosaur. Vanosaur is in deep trouble. But BPS also looking to shut down Brokey, and all the actions now happening around the crazy here. But with GQ going to get a cap stop onto C. Brokey is going to go down really quickly. It's now on one shot. Vanosaur is going to be killed, and he is killed. And it's now going to be Alpha next. And we're seeing action on the other side where Platinum 1 versus 2, and Serenity is looking to shut down. What? Oh. They've used all 7 minutes. I didn't think that is possible here, but Serenity winning by just a tiny hair or by 3 points only. Never have I ever seen any team using all 7 minutes on Normandy and Serenity just matches that by a tiny fraction. So well done to Serenity here. They clutched that win from DPS. I was so surprised when the match stopped playing, and it was because the time has run out. And well done to Serenity. Mutsuno, you won't have keys. Is it loud? Oh, I'm going to check my Streamlabs. It's fine, but I'm getting some packet loss. So. Oh dear. Internet from me is fine. I think it's just YouTube. Everything is fine. Upload speed. Oh, it's a bit low. Yeah, upload speed is low. This is not good. Well, we only have around 5 seconds. We will see very soon. Second game, Serenity versus BPS. And oh no. Yeah, my roommate probably is using a lot of the bandwidth. So I hope that will be resolved soon. We're going to be seeing Serenity against BPS. Serenity, red team self spawn. They are leading by more than 1,000 hit points here. Hello Siraj, how are you doing? And we are seeing BPS going mostly to C this time. Will we see another game of all 7 minutes used? And C is going to be captured by BPS once again very quickly. Serenity is still trolling into D. And he's going to capture D. And we are seeing Brokey spotted in the middle. And D is going to be captured very soon. And I think I will restart the stream at a lower resolution then. Yeah, I think I need your upload speed, Kasu. So just send me some upload speed here. I might have to have a word. I might get a word with my agency to give me more upload speed, because really, when there are like 2 people like using the upload speed service is really not enough, really inadequate. Brokey's now spotted and he's looking to go into B. Oh yeah, hope it will be fine. I'm so sorry, but this is what it is. My upload speed is a little bit crappy at the moment. Yeah. Yikes. I'll see what I could do after this game. So you will see the stream being off for a few minutes. So just bear with me. From that I will change the resolution of the stream, and we'll see if it's going to help a little bit. Oh, Serenity, Alpha is going to make a push. Serenity is going to make a push, and they are losing some hit points for doing that. And Alpha is now down to 1,890 damage. Attribution got 8. That's really, really good. And Serenity is now, Spitfire is going into a good position to shut down tanks near BPS spawn. Will Spitfires get some hits here? We will see. But Evil Fantasy has taken a hit. The latency is the lowest. It's the highest that I could have. It's normal latency. It's not. It's the highest setting already. So Evil Fantasy has taken double tap, and People Gel is going to get some spots. Oh, he's taking a hit here. The hit points, well, is still in favor of Serenity, but they have a couple of tanks which are somewhat low. Now, Brokey can't connect into ADGQ, and Kuma's looking to put a shell into People Gel, and People Gel has run away safely. Gaseo Jones takes a hit from Spitfires. Gaseo Jones got a little bit careless here, and once again, I don't think it will take into, I don't think both teams will use all 7 minutes here. But we are seeing BPS still holding their ground nicely. Serenity needs to make a move. T125 has lost his ammo rack for a brief moment. Oh, but I think Serenity is going to make a push onto ADGQ. Great idea here. I think 3 versus 1, they could very well take it, but Kuma from North is there to support and deny these tanks of Serenity to make an advantage there. And that means BPS has also made a move onto shutting down triple T125s here. It's going to be quite about the individual skills here. Roki's looking to put a shell into the AGQ, and it's a great shell, and he's now down to one. Shakuma can finish Roki off, and he does, and it's still really close to call Serenity. The T125s are losing that side as well. People Gel is now quite low. The hit points are now in firm favorite of Gravitas team. They have D as well, and B is now getting cap stopped by Evil Fantasy. Spitfire is looking to put a killing shell onto Evil Fantasy here. Can he do so? And it's a bounce. Oh no, it's a bounce here. People Gel is on fire and is now dead. And it's going to be T125 dead. And it's going to be Gravitas team taking home this victory. And so far, Serenity only 1 tank did more than 2k, and BPS 5 tanks did more than 2k. Serenity, that idea was kind of ambitious, but it couldn't really work out in the end because BPS has really good positions and they react quickly enough, and they did a good job in pushing on the other side, which gives BPS a good advantage here. And also Serenity lost quite a few hit points at the start, so that is a nice game from BPS this time, a lot more dominant, and Middleburg is going to be the next map here. Upload speed is bad, it seems. I'm getting more than what's the right number? Getting more than 9,000 megabits. Nice, that is really good. Now the stream is smooth right now. Yeah, Casio Jones, you're right about that. I didn't know about the timer. It never happened before. Same. Who on earth would look at the timer on Normandy? Usually you would do so on Port Bay and Cam Steer, but not on Normandy. So really, I think it's the first time. I think we might expect that more in the future. So I will keep an eye on the timer in the future for Normandy. Serenity, red team, north spawn with BPS, blue team, south spawn. Serenity with a Brokey and People Gel going into A. And BPS with Evil Fantasy going into B as well. And it's going to be... Oh, Oh, People Gel receiving a hit. Oh, Brokey also taking a hit. Great job by BPS. Oh, I don't think Serenity is able to get A here. People Gel got double tapped. Oh no. Gravitas team really punishing the tanks trying to capture A. I think they could reset Brokey once again. Oh, People Gel got absolutely shut down now. People Devil, I don't know. Serenity has lost more than 2,000 damage here. And this is looking worse for wear for Serenity. And they are now making rotation onto the city side. But absolutely, the Crown Bargains can rotate. And Alpha is there to overlook that area. And Serenity is in deep, deep trouble. And we are seeing BPS is still holding near B. And Spitfires is going to put a great shot into Kuma from north. And there we go. C is going to be captured by Thanosaur. And Serenity is now making a big move onto the BPS forces, but BPS is completely ready for that. And they also have 2 caps here. Are they able to shut down Kuma from north quickly enough? He's going to drop reactive armor. That is going to buy time for BPS to make a rotation. Alpha is going to be shut down very, very quickly. He's dropping reactive armor and it's BPS, but I don't think he will last for long. Daze is now one shot, and Kuma is also a one shot here. He's killed by People Platinum. And it is now F going to be the next focus for Serenity. It's really, really good for BPS right now, but Serenity is still trying to get the tanks out of the game. They have a tank advantage and they killed off F the Yogurt as well, but they have 2 one-shots, but they're making sure those one-shots are behind in cover. But People Devil is now taking out. They're now looking for Evil Fantasy here. Spitfires is calling for Evil Fantasy, but no, Platinum has different ideas. Brokey is now a one-shot. It's now 4 versus 5. With Brokey now dead, they're now focusing at GQ. Spitfire still focusing Evil Fantasy, but I think he's going to turn his turn. No, he's still looking for Evil Fantasy, I think. The focus fire from Serenity is questionable here now. With Spitfire is now dead, GQ is now one shot. Gaseo Joe's trying his best to shield GQ. People Jail is reloading his last clip. And I don't think he's going to make a shot. Great shot onto GQ, but that's just a consolation prize. With Platinum, the last man standing. Well done to BPS, shutting down the cap on A, and that made a lot of difference. Gravitas team looking really, really dominant and strong, and it's now match point to BPS. I don't know. It's I think it's a bug from Wargaming. We are seeing Serenity with 3 tanks doing more than 2k, and BPS 7 tanks doing more than 2k. Brilliant stuff. This is a lot better than just one person doing more than 6k in my opinion. This is hit point push sharing, this is damage sharing. It also suggests that they focus fire well as well in my opinion. So, and everyone is important in that team. So BPS, fantastic job. Phenomenal to see all 7 of you getting more than 2,000 damage. This is always nice to see, and especially it proves on the figure you're seeing means that Serenity has a hard time in focusing down the tanks, and really I think Serenity will look to improve their focus fire in the next one, because the next game is going to be important and they do not want to go through the hard way. It's now 2-1 for BPS. Serenity is going with double Crown Bargains by People Devil and Herr Kimmich. People Jail in the Vegas Light. We also have double T135 by Platinum and Daze. Double IS4 by Spitfires and Brokey. BPS is going to go for double 215Bs by Evil Fantasy and Playmaker. F the Yogurt in the Vegas Light. Double Crown by Gaseo Jones and Venomsaur. Double T125 by Ekiji Kill and Kuma from North. Oh, it seems Avery has finished. It means APA against Oh, Loka 3-0 against APA. The loser of this one, potentially Serenity, would be joining APA in the lower bracket first round, and the Serenity red team, Southspawn, People Gel. And the thing is, like, we get a lot of spots up. Oh, I think he might be able to spot up Evil Fantasy. Evil Fantasy puts a great shell into Daze. And the double T125 is going onto the hillside with Edgar GQ looking to secure A, and B will be secured by Brokey now. The Capras are in favor of Serenity. At the same time, People Gel is going to get more spots. Spotted up Playmaker. He's still staying in this position because he wants to give fetch more information for Serenity. And alright, 3-0 against Quick. I'm going to say I'm going to chat later. BPS is currently leading 2-1 against Serenity. Obviously, you can see it from my stream. T125 on C cap is looking to cap C. Bakuma is going to be there to reset C potentially, and he's going to go deeper into the hillside. And Serenity is potentially rotating their tanks to the hill, and Platinum's looking to secure C. But Kuma, is he able to get the reset shell? He could do so. Oh, bounces from both tanks here, from both people. Ooh. Oh, People Jail just drifting. This is the drift of the year, I must say. But that was really nice. I didn't know you could drift that beautifully in the biggest light. And it's gibberish, I know. I know I utter gibberish on the stream often in my commentary, so expect me to utter gibberish all the time during the World of Tank Splits official stream, but some shots onto AkiGQ as well. Gravitas team, they don't have the hit point pool advantage, but they're stacking up seven players. They're looking to crush the Serenity's forces, but will it work? It's going to be all down to the focus fire now. All focus on Daze. Daze drop the reactive armor now. Triple tapped by BPS. Serenity needs to focus down the tanks. They're looking for Venusaur, and Venusaur's looking for Daze here. Daze is quite low, but Venusaur dropped a lot of hit points trying to go for Daze. Daze is now one shot, and Venusaur is going to go down pretty much. And great shot into Venusaur here. It's now 6 vs 6, and hit points are in favor of Serenity, and People Devil got A as well, but he's in the Crown Bargain. He will take time to go back onto hill. T125 is now dead. Evil Fantasy is now dead, and her Kime is now quite low as well. Hit points still in favor of Serenity, but Gravitas team can absolutely overturn that. But Simplifiers and Brokey both missed onto Playmaker, and Hirokime is now dead at the hands of Playmaker. And now People Devil has now arrived. He's looking to shut down Ekaji kill, but both People Jail and F the Yogurt has died. It's like meta and anti-meta cancelling each other out, but Brokey is looking to put a shell into Gaseo Jones. The focus might be on Playmaker though, but he's dropped the reactive armor. The double ice forwards against triple heavies here, but Serenity got 2 caps here. People Devil needs to finish off AkiGQ. AkiGQ is dropping the speed boost. Brokey's now one shot, and AkiGQ is now dead. Brokey needs to land that shell into Playmaker. Great shell here, but Sapphire has killed it off Playmaker, and it's now Serenity with 2 caps. 950 cap points. It's looking really good for Serenity right now. I'm not sure if BPS has enough speed to get a cap, but it doesn't matter. Serenity will get this game. It's now 2-2 for both. Well done here. Wow. Oh, it's you now. Good to see your internet crashed. So Serenity 3 tanks doing more in 2k, BPS 4 tanks doing more in 2k. Absolutely fantastic job for both teams. BPS, I think that push almost worked. I don't think it's a bad choice. They have to make a choice. They don't have cap lead. Serenity defended well, but that Crown Bargain near B, I think capturing B was very important, but it goes on to show that they have defended near their spawn pretty well, and that allowed Kimmich to get B and also rotate. Oh, is it People Devil to get B and rotate onto the hill and shut down Akijiko off. And I think ITG was tasked to reset B, but he couldn't really do so. And now it's going to be a tiebreaker. I was going to say Privyet to every single one of you. Oh, nice English, yeah. For me, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Probably because I slept. I didn't sleep for a long time. No, I didn't sleep very, very long. So kind of, I was having a hard time controlling my speech today. Asia stream is very, very bad actually. I was like slurring a lot of my words, and I just can't seem to enunciate those words well. And it's now Serenity versus BPS. You can still hear me still attempting to enunciate the words well, but I can't really do so. It's pretty much like I am almost losing the grip on my mouth. And I hope I won't slur my speech even more as the game goes. Foxy saying, let's go BPS 2-2 at the moment. Which team would be joining APA in the lower bracket first round? We will see here Spitfires, the Spitfires versus Evil Fantasy. I guess here Jones. Don't rule out against AO Jones here. People Jail spotted up a lot of. This is the first time I'm seeing a Vicus like taking that position. He spotted up a lot of important tanks here. I like that spot here. Great job to People Jail. And already though, Gravitas team has made some great shots onto Plat T125 and 4 tanks against 3 here. I think they're in some sort of trouble. I think they could rush off these triple T125s here, which means Serenity needs to make a move. The Brokey and Spitfires coming in to support those triple T125s. They need to drop the reactive armor now. They's dropped the reactive armor. Plat T125 is now quite low. Vandersol's looking shut. Plat T125 now down. And it's 3 versus 4, 4 versus 4, 5 versus 4. They need to shut the tanks down as soon as possible. Fistfires and People Devil is looking for Gaseo Jones with People Jail. And Herkimiki's now trying to toy around with Gravitas team. Gravitas have more than 2k of input advantage with Gaseo Jones now a 2-shot here. 1 shot and 1 more shot would be enough. Days kills off Gaseo Jones and Brokey's dead as well. Hakimi's is now dead. 4 versus 5 and it's still really close to call, but Serenity has lost more than 2,000 hit points here. Great call from BPS to push over the corner, and Venusaur is now tracked. But Spitfires and People Devil is looking for Kuma from North. He has a lot of mobility, so they want him out of the game as soon as possible. With People Jail now joining Spitfires and People Devil, and Spitfires looking to kill off Kuma from North, but it's going to be People Devil ramming to Kuma from North and land a shell to kill him off. And with now Spitfires and also People Jail focusing on Evil Fantasy, but Evil Fantasy is now learning his second clip. But Venusaur's coming to shut down People Jail and it's dead. Venusaur is now dead. People Devil is now 1 shot, and Spitfires is the last man standing, and that means BPS will be playing against Loka in the upper bracket final, and Serenity will be joining APA in the lower bracket first round. Gosh, I lost control. Sorry, I lost control. Serenity, almost. Well done to them. Really huge credits to them responding quickly to BPS aggression, but BPS shutting down tanks at the start, chipping away the hip was very, very crucial, and they sent 4 tanks into corner with Serenity only 3, and besides that, they also shoot tanks trying to onto Serenity. Those 2 tanks trying to support their team as well, and Serenity has tried their absolute best to focus down the right tanks. Nothing much Serenity can do. BPS outplayed them outright. Nothing much you could do about this, so well done to both teams. Gosh. Oh, more than 80 viewers. Thank you very much for the viewership so far. It's now Loka 3-0 to APA, and Serenity will be joining APA in the lower bracket first round. So congratulations to them. And now we'll be seeing in the professionals tournament. It's going to be I'm double checking. Yeah, they lost 0-3 to Loka. Challengers tournament here. Raid won quick 3-0. And IW 3-2 against Vale. Well done to Infinity War, and Vale will be joining Quick in the lower bracket first round. Well done to IW. It seems Thomas Peterson is jinxing Vale once again. I'm so sorry, but it's not my fault. It's the bot's fault. Yeah, I believe so. Right, next match will be held in around 70 minutes. Yes, 70 minutes to go. Here we go. Serenity versus APA lower bracket first round. I will be streaming that match as well, so don't leave just yet. But Every will be joining me in the co-commentary, and we'll be talking about our games, and it's going to be exciting to watch. Obviously, Serenity and APA. What more can you expect from them? Before I continue, just going to change some graphics up, and after that, I'll be joining Every in the chat as we talk through the matches. So just wait for a brief moment here. Gosh, GG's, it is really GG's. Thomas Peterson. Predictions, we will show you the predictions from Thomas Peterson very soon. Yes. Okay. And then we have what's a rate and quick, and then it's Veil versus IW. Okay, nice. EU, so it's going to be Serenity versus APA, and then it's Veil versus Quick once again. Oh, so here we go. Serenity predicted to win APA 3-2, and Veil predicted to win. We can switch over. Veil predicted to win Quick 3-2 to 2. So it's still really, really hard to call, but this is the prediction, as I'm saying. At least got the result of BPS versus Serenity correct. And that is exactly 3-2 and Noka 3-0 correct outcome. Veil didn't win against IW, but Raid won against Quick. So there we go. We will join Airy now.
That is 8k. 8k.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Jay.
Hi, Heavy.
8k in skirmish. Sorry.
Oh my goodness me! It was just those games just giving me a hard time to you know keep my mouse in control. That is to say,
But yeah, tell me about it, because that went on for a while.
oh yeah, I would say both teams are closely matched. The first game, BPS has like the control over Serenity for pretty much the entire game with caps and so on. But I think Serenity briefly got into a cap stop and got them into a slight cap lead. But out of nowhere, both teams used all 7 minutes, and Serenity led BPS by just 3 cap points. And I was very shocked when the timer has ticked into 7 minutes. I didn't expect that to happen.
You probably didn't even see the time, right?
I didn't see the timer. No, I have never ever seen any team using up all 7 minutes on Normandy. The only 2 maps that I know that teams, the only 2 maps that I know teams could use all 7 minutes are Camstia and also Port Bay, but not Normandy. I never saw that.
God damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and the other 2 matches, BPS have a lot of control, especially chipping away Serenity hit points really well on Normandy game and Middleburg game as well. Middleburg, BPS reset A cap really well. They have really good positions there, and at that moment, Serenity lost like around 2,000 hit points worth of deficit. I mean, they are down by more than 2,000 hit points at that time when the crossfire endured, and they tried to push onto BPS spawn but couldn't work because BPS was simply just defending their cap lead and also their positions, and really they gave no space for Serenity to make comeback. And the other game of Middleburg, just like Serenity got the cap lead. BPS tried to push with 7 tanks onto 6 near the spawn, but Serenity defended really well. BPS tried their best to focus fire and take tanks out. Not their fault. Absolutely the right call because they don't have cap lead. They must kill tanks and get caps. But there is a Kraftwagen capping A as well. I was worried that BPS will not be Serenity. That Kraftwagen will not be able to rotate to the hill quickly enough. But capturing that place proves to be important as Serenity holds on long enough for the cap points to take into 1,000 cap points. And that was a good game from Serenity indeed. And final game was just total chaos. I was just like going motor-mouth mode, and I kind of, lost control of my speech at the end of the game. So it was very tense indeed.
Nice. My games were dominant, I think is the best way to call it. Loka, in both Normandy games actually, and what they did is they started a slight, like, here, look, we're pushing, but they didn't actually fully commit forward push. But what that led APA to doing, and they fell for it twice, and I don't know how. APA counter push. The first game was actually pretty close, even up to the midway part. APA was able to keep up with the damage, but they just got out focused in the end by Loka. And even in the second game as well, Loka just baiting them again, but this time they were a little bit more. Maybe like, here, we are actually going to push you now. And APA pushing over, they pushed into the plane area. Loka, of course, with most of their tanks already there. Yeah, that was just pure annihilation, really. They also played with a Leo, so that's a lot of DPM just from that. But the Middleburg game was interesting. It was really, really interesting, because Loka was surprisingly defensive. Like, for the first minute or so, they did not go for any caps. They stayed in their spawn with most of their tanks, and let APA get both C with a fast Vickers cap, and the B as well, down in the city. And it took them probably up until minute 2 when they capped A, and then went up top with the rest of their tanks, whilst APA had already relocated down to the city. Because Loka was nowhere to be seen. Ernest, though, because at the time when Loka like entered the area where you see the spawn on top, like when you go onto these ridge lines, the typical early spawn, right? Yeah. When you look in there, Ernest saw 3 tanks coming. So that was so good timing. But Loka was already up top. There was only 1 heavy and Ernest there. The rest was all down. So APA should have done the right move, push on A, and they were already nearing 800 points as well. Like, they were very strong in that position. But I don't know what happened. They fell apart after that. Because they didn't push, they didn't react well enough, and Loka started getting into caps. They stopped caps from happening, and of course getting kills all the time, constantly. It was just very clean. The start was really wacky from Loka, and really strong from APA, but it just gave it away in the end.
Ooh, I see. By the way, the giveaway has started once again, so guess the amount of damage put up by APA in the second game. So make your guesses now.
Yeah, with that, I will be starting mine as well.
Nice.
But the first one will be, as I teased earlier, to guess who will win between Serenity and APA, as this is their third matchup in this top 8 fight. Did you realize?
Oh yeah, and it's going to. I mean, APA first time won Serenity 3-1, second time Serenity won 3-1.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't like going to the tiebreakers.
No, but however, APA, as you said, I think they are a very aggressive team now. Yukon can be a map for them, and it's a very heavy oriented map with also some play from those medium tanks.
Can I finish my prediction thing first?
Oh yeah, sure, go ahead.
So I'll be giving out 2 battle passes for whoever can guess the proper result and winning team here between these 2 teams. Also, don't forget your server and in-game name, of course, else how are we gonna give it to you?
That's every stream.
So yeah, and I will also add as a second for the. Why don't I do the same as you? You have APA's damage guess, right?
Get damage guess on the second game.
Why don't we make it so that in my chat you have to guess Serenity's damage in game 2?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
But that prediction will start after the first game, so you don't need to start yet.
Okay.
At least for my chat, because there's gonna be 2 at the same time. That's gonna be too stressful for my mods.
I see.
Poor souls on them.
Yeah, true. At the same time, I want to go through all the list of people who are in the chat right now. So I'm going to say hello to Mutsu, obviously. Hello to Suraj, Bella, Drowsy Tiger, Bete, Tony, we have Lagundu, Arian, Uncessible, Drowsy Tiger. I think I said hello to you once again. And Otskan, Sabu, Fantastic, Foxy, Hamot, NRJ, Shogun, General, Helmi, Adam Casto, Thunder, oh my god, Bartle TV, so many people here. Stalfalca, hello there as well. And Sheridan, oh so many. Anya, thank you very much for all the for everyone who are in the chat. If I didn't call you out, then please call me out. Then I will call you out in the next game.
Reverse calling out.
Yes.
How could you?
Yeah, so wow, so what do you expect on Yukon? As I said, quite heavy oriented, but the mediums could make a lot of difference.
I'm looking forward to Yukon. It's a map that usually focuses on the top side more. But I have occasionally seen teams going for that D side, which doesn't happen often, but it can work. But I mean, you gotta have to have a very certain playstyle to really be consistent and really making that work for you and just working that match itself. Because you give up a lot of map control, I think.
Yep.
Because the corner down there doesn't give you a lot of space to work with. Even if it's an open area, there's just not a lot of room because of a lot of ridge lines and everything. So, looking forward to it. But yeah,
I'm excited as well. But one more minute for my stream. 1 more minute to guess the damage done on APA's team in the second game, and I think you on the Serenity's team, isn't it?
I will start that prediction when the room is up for game 2. I'm not starting that yet.
Okay.
But they're gonna start to guess who's gonna win between these two and the results. So put that in chat. Listen to my moderators.
Yeah, just making you're in the room. I thought you'd tell me the room is up, like the room is going to be up. I thought you were not in the room, but you're in the room. That's fine.
It would
nice.
Wrong. I'm still tired. But yeah, if we have a look at that, both teams VKP mouse combi.
Yeah, both teams are taking a VK 90.01p. Very interesting choice here. Mobility it's okay-ish. The armor is pretty good, but the gun can be a nightmare. I don't think it's a better mouse too, because the mouse has
better.
Yeah, kind of, but also it has a lot more armor, and also it has more hit points. So
that's all it has. It's taller and has more hit points.
True.
The turret on the VK is also harder to pin when side scraping.
Yep.
So.
Very true. Very true.
But I think Jail is going to be a vital player here between these two teams.
Yep. So we're going to see how both teams are going to approach this one. Yukon, it is APA, double eyes for double crown, a mouse, a T125 VK, and Serenity, double crown, a mouse, a double T125 VK, and a Vickers Light. APA north side, red team, Serenity, blue team, south side.
But yeah, the Vickers already going down to the D side here. Scouting out first, probably looking for that middle position. But we might see an early decap here if he decides to go for it. But otherwise, it's a normal B approach here.
I would say people just there to spot anyone trying to go to D, but APA Osseo is already in B with Kiev Nika there to reset Brokey if need be, but shots have been fired but none connected, and Serenity will be getting C just seconds before Osseo gets B. So hit points, the cap points are in favor of APA at the moment.
So Masinek here, a bit locked down behind these logs there. Not able to get too much movement. But APA is very dominant in their position. Around this middle area here, where the encounter cap normally is. And we have the D cap now starting Brokey here. Putting up a distraction into the middle.
Oh, people jail getting D. I think they need a cap, but that could elicit a response from APA because they know there is a tank not in the general area of C, and they have put push their lineup to apply pressure on Serenity, but Serenity is soaking up fairly well, but they also lost some hit points.
Yeah, Ernest here already losing quite a bit here, trading now Brokey mouse versus mouse fight, and APA here starting to be a lot more greedy. Spitfire having to push back very far now from his original position.
Now I'm a bit worried about Serenity here because now APA is looking to shut down both Brokey and Spitfire's Ambassador going into C's. Now 4 versus 1 over to Brokey's side. Serenity needs to make a move on the other side before it's too late. Brokey's now dead. Ooh. And they're looking to shut down Spitfire's next. Ambassador is going to load his flu clip into Spitfire's, but a track shot is clear of Nika. Serenity has made a move on the other side, trying to shut down the Yennefer.
Yeah, Yennefer here now trying to soak up these tanks for as long as possible. But Serenity's already down 3,000 hit points here, and they need to start making a move, so they're down 2 tanks. And they can't afford to just take any longer now, because they need to start killing. Even though they have 3 caps now, they're not gonna hold them for long in the way they're right now.
People Devil is coming from behind to shut down Witcher here, and Daze is dropping the reactive armor, but he's at 1 shot. Also, you're going to heal Daze off, and it's now 6 versus 4. The hit points are in favor of Serenity, and People Plat is going to put a shell into Marcinek, and People Plat is now down. And
Jail, they're bouncing on Marcinek. Not able to clear that, but I think this is now more or less decided here. 5v3. A lot more hit points here on the side of APA here, double that of what Serenity still has left. And Serenity just very slow with their reaction here. They just left these 2 German heavies to die and took too long to make their move here. And APA took full advantage of that.
Very true indeed. I mean, if you go for D, definitely you will be expecting APA to make a move though, and Serenity didn't really support the German heavies well enough by pushing on the other side quickly enough, and that kill onto People Gel will mean APA will get the first win, and Serenity needs a better response from that. A great job to APA nonetheless for pushing and applying pressure onto Serenity.
Yeah, and with that, it's pretty much like we said, APA again showing this aggressiveness that they have yesterday. They couldn't perform that quite well in the finals of the group stages, but seemingly found their way again, at least here on Yukon. Looking very strong in this first game, now leading 1-0. And with that, my match result prediction stops. I would all like you to not guess
I
that
forgot
anymore.
I forgot to say stop guessing though, so stop guessing. I hope Mutsu is going to say stop guessing.
And with that, you can now start to guess, at least for my stream, how much damage Serenity will do in game 2. For you, it will be APA in game 2, right?
Yes, APA game 2.
Oh, look at that, though. Full 4 heavy tanks from APA here. Of the German nation, double mouse E100, VKP. They're going hard for hit points.
I think they know the Serenity's shortcoming is that they might not be able to land shells into shutting down those mouses and E100s. As you saw, they kind of push their very super heavies onto Serenity's German heavies, and they killed off those 2 tanks really quickly, while Serenity has a much harder time dealing with APA aggression. And Serenity needs to be careful of that, and that's probably a really good call from APA. Serenity has better tanks in my opinion, but they need to make every shot count for them.
Actually, I think other than removing a VKP, there hasn't really been any lineup change for Serenity, so we could expect a similar play here. Although we might also see something entirely different.
True indeed, and I'm going to say sorry. I didn't say thank you to Bella sooner enough, because she kindly donated £20, so thank you once again for the kind donation. And we are on to the second game on Yukon. APA so far leading 1-0.
Yeah, we definitely have to keep our eyes out for that HP advantage though. 1500, that is nothing to slack off with, especially seeing as how there's not a lot of DPM in either of these teams, other than potentially Jail here, who has the most, and is in possibility of shooting Hash into the back of these heavies. there's a lot of Germans, so even that is more or less out of the question here.
Right. So we are seeing APA committing most of the tanks onto way with Serenity. This time, going a little bit more defensive. People jail in their thickest light. We're going to head down here. Spoil up Ernest and the Witcher, and they will be getting B with APA looking to get C, and people jail went into B.
Yeah, APA here again, full on focus is on the top side. And A is now more or less under their control. They could even go to cap it already. There's no one here really to reset that. But Serenity here quicker with Plat already. Indeed, it's not even the Vickers, it's just an E5 over here.
True. And that means Serenity will have the hit point pool lead and they can defend. And APA would need to make a rotation and push them. I don't know, it's hard to call if it's going to be advantage or disadvantage to APA. Because you can make a case for both situations.
Definitely. And I think with that we can stop my prediction time before I forget for the damage. But yeah, back on the game here, it's a very slow start from both teams. Serenity very, very passive with a lot of their tanks, especially these E5s, are held back quite far, and that might become troublesome if APA decides to push at the right moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, you can push with those mouses and E100 front on, and Serenity might bounce a lot of shots though, so I think attention will be on people jail to get the spots up. Do remember that APA does not have one medium or light, so Serenity needs to make the Vickers light work, and that could be the reason why Serenity could win this one.
Definitely, the mobility difference here might be able to make it in the end, especially seeing as our APA doesn't really have a lot of E5s, being just one, the only real mobile vehicle on their lineup, while Serenity is a lot more diverse with what they chose, and that might come in handy here at the end of the game.
Yeah, as I said, there are advantages and disadvantages with APA setup when it comes to rotating to Serenity side. Advantages will be that the armor they possess, which is going to bounce quite a lot of shells. But on the other hand, the disadvantages would be the mobility. When the mouses start rotating, they are going to go in very slowly. So that would allow Serenity to rotate and regroup very quickly. They have much more mobile tanks there.
Yeah, it's a very slow start. We're gonna be heading up to 800 points soon though, and that is usually the mark of movement here. And APA is the one who's forced to, because they are down on points right now.
Yeah, looking at APA, I think they're looking to make a push onto Brokey and Spitfires potentially, and I think that's a good call here. I think these tanks are a little bit isolated with People Jail and People Plat. Oh, looking to shut down Ambassador probably, and I think 2 vs 1, you do not want to be in that situation. Look at People Jail now rolling against Ambassador.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, APA has not fully committed for an actual push just yet. And Jail here, all alone, Plat leaving him behind here. As Serenity decides to push onto... APA decides to push onto Serenity here, and the focus is on these mouses right now. And I don't think that's the right call to make, because Brokey is getting shot to pieces.
Oh, Serenity, they need to get the focus fire right. With Brokey now dead, APA has now 3 caps.
Points, 900 already. Oh,
yes,
this is
really close.
Serenity has no point income anymore.
True, but they need to shut down Ernest.
Oh,
Dave's dead.
That. 20 points left, and they have all the caps they needed. Wow.
And AB got it.
They got it. They actually got it.
Yup. I think everything went south when I think they should have killed Ambassador right here with People Jail and the T125 besides him. If they kill off that Kramwagen there, they won't lose the decap, and that can be very important here because APA, they won on caps and Serenity was trying to defend, but 3 caps, Serenity has very little time to make a comeback and shut down the tanks. And also
not even much about just getting the cap or killing the Kran, but just stopping him from entering to begin with, because that's when it started going downhill. But we have our damages in now. 9,400 for APA and 8,700 for Serenity. And I feel sorry for everyone who thought this would go out in a brawl. I feel so sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
APA, well, we are now going into Winter Mine Novka, and Serenity didn't really make their medium or light work, but APA is going back to a relatively heavy armor setup. They're going once again with no mediums or lights. I think they're just going to trigger me though, because I always advocate for at least one medium or light here, especially on the map like Winter Mine and Novka, where the spots can be very important, and this map is a lot more open than Yukon. The medium or light can be the difference here, because that tank will spot tanks up, and if Serenity position their tanks well, they can absolutely get cross shots into APA when they are trying to make a move.
It's really, as you said, mobility is going to be key here, as Winter Mali can be dominated by just map control alone. And of course, how do you get that with a lot of mobility? So it's going to be interesting to see. We also see Spitfire back in the 72. He has done a lot of good work in the spring season so far with that tank. So I'm expecting good here, but APA is on match point. And Serenity needs to win here if they want to go further.
Yep. So here we go, Ernest. Let's not announce the lineups once again, but it's going to be APA leading Serenity by more than 1,000 hit points. And Serenity, this is going to be the match that they have to win, because match points now onto APA now.
And we already see commitment here. Jail is gonna go straight for the A camp like he should. There's no one who is anywhere close to be able to stop him from that. That's gonna be a nice early advantage here for Serenity.
True. Vicky asked who is streaming Loka. No one, because Loka
The game is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. The game is tomorrow, and Avery will be streaming that tomorrow. Not on my channel. I will be joining him as a co-commentator once again.
Precisely. And yeah, A now being, or C here being started actually, but Serenity already in position here. They're split, a really good split here. A solid B defense, having some eyes around A as well, with Spitfire and Kimmich here looking forward to C, shutting down a lot of movement here that APA can make, and that's what I mentioned. She's done a map control, moving around, especially moving around safely, is gonna be quite tricky.
True. Once again, a bit worried about Serenity. Spitfires and Kimmich will be the pressure points for Serenity if APA decides to pressure these two tanks here. I'm not sure if Serenity would be able to respond promptly enough, but they have enough backup with the T-125s near their spawn. The hit points are still in favor of APA, but the cap points are in favor of Serenity, so that means APA would need to make a move. B cap might be the cap they want to go for, and will that be defended by Serenity? Well, we'll find out soon.
Yeah, Jennifer he's still locking down Days there. He's unable to move anywhere right now. Doesn't really have any room to breathe behind that building. But as you said, we might see a play here. Marcinek and also are both in a potential position to drop into that B camp, but there's a lot of eyes from Serenity who are praying for that to happen, to get some early damage, but here's the first actual damage now done.
On to Days.
And it did happen on Days here.
I think people can go a little bit more aggressive though. He can shut down Yennefer there. Yennefer is quite alone right here. So if Yennefer is able to hold it out and unleash a lot of damage, Serenity would be in deep trouble. But the hit points are still in favor of APA by almost 2,000 hit points, so Serenity needs to trade really well now. Otherwise, APA, a good push would end matters for Serenity.
Yeah, but as you said, Yennefer here, shutting him down might be the crucial point here. But of course, Jail doesn't know that he's alone over there, because a lot of APA has been unspotted for a very long time. Only Ursel and really Yennefer here being the ones seen. And they are not in unusual positions either. So making a play like that is very risky, but Days actually did manage to get out of there.
Yeah, and dropped the speed boost and went into the bush briefly and went back out. Don't know what he's trying to do right here. I think he's trying to get some spots near to B, but he couldn't spot much. So is that some information for Serenity? We will find out soon. But Daze in that bush still really careful here. Oh, but yeah, it's still really interesting to see how it's going to pan out. But it's still very, very stale at the moment.
We have Spitfire here. He's slowly but surely feeling his way forward. Not overextending too much. But, of course, you want to keep your eyes out. But APA is playing surprisingly passive compared to the last 2 games. They don't want to risk anything, even if they are on match point here.
However,
they are the ones who are forced to move. And there we go, also the first one. Moving forwards to the B cap here.
Right.
He gets tracked here.
But APA absolutely can win this one by just killing one single time. Remember, they are within 80 points of deficit, so one kill would swing it back to their favor.
Yeah, Spitfire here is very low right now, down to less than half his hit points already. And Broky here trying to shield him somehow, but it's also blocking him at the same time.
Oh no!
There's the kill. B is already taken here, and Serenity needs to make a move, and the move has to be quick here. And it's decided to be on B.
Oh, Serenity bouncing a lot of shots here. I think they are now feeling the nerves. And APA are very, very close to securing a win with her Kimmich down.
Is out!
Yes, and it's now 10 more points. And it's going to be over. Dreams are over. Great job to APA, and Serenity will be ending this game with tears. I would say. Because they have been really, really good this season, and APA was very dominant with their heavy play, which I think is the kind of anti-meta we are seeing on the E server right now.
What a strong performance from APA. It was very surprising when they all of a sudden went with a change of pace here. Probably throwing Serenity off, but being very passive all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then moving that to a very aggressive push, which they needed to make regardless anyway. And Serenity knew that they had to push somewhere. And they should have known it's going to be on B, but they were just unprepared for some reason.
I would say they are unprepared, but I think Serenity was trying to defend multiple angles, and that's inevitably mean that some tanks are going to get isolated, and APA knew that exactly. I mean, taking this kind of setup usually would end in disaster, but not for APA, because APA knows how EU teams defend a cap lead and how EU teams defend in different positions, and they really make use of isolated tanks to shut them down one by one, and still working with their armor, because the frontal armor of heavies can be really, really formidable.
Definitely. And with that, let's have a look at the final stage here in the challenges. And the result is a 3-0 crushing defeat. Vale here beating Quick.
Nice.
Quick here getting
well done.
Place in the challenges. And with that, we have all of our games done for today.
Nice one here. Well done to Vale. After losing to IW 2-3, really strong performance there. 3-0 now, and I think Vale will be overjoyed with that. And I assume Fujit will be very happy about that win too.
Oh, for sure. And with that, Serenity here taking 4th place on the EU server for the professionals.
Yeah.
Unable to overcome the aggressiveness that is APA. And what a strong performance that was.
True. And I think a lot of teams tomorrow will be working a way to counter APA's meta, because APA, as we saw, they're going super duper heavies, and especially Yukon is a really good map for such play. Winter Marinovka not quite, but they still manage to grind a win out of that.
I have a problem.
What problem?
It seems no one predicted for APA to win. And I didn't expect this to be over the 3-0, so I haven't done my second damage prediction yet. Meaning, I still have 5 battle pass that I have yet to give out.
I see.
Everyone put their money on Serenity here. Oh
yeah. God. Oh no.
That's
well,
awkward.
very awkward it is. Yeah, you're welcome, Vicky. Hello. I mean, Zebu and fantastic watching this stream. Thank you. Sorry for the burp. Thank you for the support, and thank you for a lot of people. Martin, no keys for you. I don't have keys that I can give. No keys. Sorry. Stop asking me for
Get
keys.
my keys. Where's everyone's keys? Show your keys, everyone.
No keys. No keys for everyone because because Wargaming took them all from me. So ask Wargaming. Don't ask me.
But yeah, what a great performance there. APA again aggressive like yesterday, and Serenity no answer to that aggressiveness.
Yeah.
What do you think was the reason that Serenity here losing in that crushing defeat?
I think they didn't have an answer to APA's heavy meta here, and they're going for 7 heavies. So normally you'd be expecting Serenity to really work around, play a lot with caps and so on. But I think really defending against a heavy push can be quite difficult. Maybe I don't really exactly know, but they have a lot of tanks trying to defend alone a little bit. They have tanks to provide backup though, but once APA decides to make a push to shut down tanks, Serenity wasn't quick enough to shut down APA's heavy tanks.
But yeah, I'm just getting in the guesses. We have a 3-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, 3-2, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, all for Serenity. No one put their money on APA, but surprising everyone here.
It is really. Thomas Peterson got Serenity to win APA 3-2, but obviously APA was a lot better in this one.
Yeah, they also put a lot more. Like, it's interesting to see that it guessed all games to go to tiebreaker today.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, it did get the BPS game, right? With a
yeah.
3-2.
And
the results for all of the games, but the ARWV one. The winners, please. So that's been a successful one for your.
Oh yes, yeah. 4 out of 6 correct outcomes. Madbox did a lot worse earlier today. Only 2 correct outcomes.
Oh goddamn!
And once again, jinxed ECG. NQE7 once again defied the odds to beat ECG 3-0, and the bot kept on predicting NQE7 to lose, but NQE7 refused to lose a single match. I mean.
But yeah, with that, I think we can wrap things up. Not having given out all battle passes, that will mean 15 tomorrow. So if you have not won any and you would like to get one for free for the June month, look forward to tomorrow. It will be 15. We're gonna have to think of something, Jack. And I already have an idea, but we're talking about that obviously. Psh, don't tell anyone. But yeah, with that, I think a little bit of an info that we should probably give out is that in a stream later we will be co-commentating. But not on my channel, on Jack's channel only. So don't expect the stream here. Go to his if you want to hear my voice, or just, I don't know, watch him. Whatever you prefer. And for EU, we will be only on my channel tomorrow. So you will not be able to watch. Yeah, and you will not be able to see Jack's beautiful hair. So have to put up with my face. And I think that's all really. Other than us also doing the grand final stream, I am hyped for that.
Oh, me too. I think it will be really, really intense indeed, and I can't wait to see which 2 teams will be through to grand final. Since BPS versus Loka, both, and this one will be very, very, very fun to watch. And will APA once again using their anti-meta to defy all the odds and go all the way to the grand final? We will find out tomorrow.
This is also the 3rd time BPS is gonna face Loka, by the way. I just saw that.
Yep.
And so far, all the time, Loka has beaten BPS here. So they're gonna have to defy the odds tomorrow because they've lost 3-0, 3-1 in the group stages yesterday. So they want to win tomorrow, of course. But they don't have to. They just have to beat APA here. And they could get a 4th chance in the grand finals.
Oh yes, just them playing over and over again. But already the first 2 ranking teams on the Cup's leaderboard are eliminated from the tournament.
SNTY did hold on for quite a long time, though.
Yeah, it is, and unfortunately, this is a sport. So losers are quite ruthless. So it's all about the outcome for sports, and unfortunately, it's 0-3 for Serenity. So, but then they have performed really well this season so far. So I think they can look forward and keep on improving for the next few seasons. And APA, I think this is a force to be reckoned with. I do not think that anyone should underestimate them, and I hope that they are going to be pioneers of new changes and new meta.
Wait, I need to check some. One moment.
Yeah.
Someone said apparently they predicted correctly, but no, he didn't. What is he talking? What are you talking about, Dread? Come on, don't do that.
But yeah, I think we can wrap things up here. We will be back in roughly 5-6 hours for NA, the challenges.
Yep.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feedback is of course always appreciated. I'm assuming on both sides here. But yeah, if there were any mispronunciations of names, scold us for it, like your life depends on it. And with that, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and see you all again next time. Bye bye.
See you then.